Chapter 8, A Day That'll Change Everything. Return of the Shadow Ponies. Part 1. Princess Twilight went into the Royal Canterlot archives to find out the truth about the war between King Sombra and the Royal Sisters for the freedom of the Crystal Empire, when she found out there was a deeper plan at work in all of it. Turns out there was an evil princess who was the real one in charge of the whole century of tyranny the Crystal Ponies went through. King Sombra was born of royalty from a nomad tribe of shadow ponies who decided to stop and live amongst them. But when he tried to free the kingdom, she started framing him as the real villain, and then later brainwashing him into doing nefarious deeds, and it appearing like it was the villain. After Princess Celestia was confronted by her about it, she explained she's known the existence of the time fixers and time ghosts for a long time, and she tried the time fixers into making her a member so she could keep tabs on them. She convinced Princess Twilight into agreeing to Selpha's offer to join the group so she could spy on her, not realizing that this was just a lie. Princess Twilight was spending a year with the Time Fixers, which was how she met the Diamond Dog assassin who works for the group, the one Rexa, who nearly erased Val, as they put it, who said while pretending like none of it happened. I don't know what Lady Selpha thinks it's a good idea to recruit you. I mean, she's just using you. And so is the other one, just like how they used your old dad. Wait, you know who framed King Sombra? Asked Princess Twilight, which was when Rexa started looking nervous. Tell me, I said, tell me. Fine, yes, we know who did it because she works here for us, said Rexa, who got her surprised. I don't know which princess framed your own man, just as she's still alive, and the only one who knows who did it is Lady Selpha and the other leaders. They keep this kind of information between themselves as a way to control their members. But they have some files on her? Said Princess Twilight before she started to make a big plan to get the files. Meanwhile, Max was enjoying some personal time with Queen Chrysalis when he said one evening, while lying next to the balcony watching a sunset together while pulling out a box he had hidden in a saddlebag.
Hey, Chrissy, I got...
You know, I'm not very fond of that nickname, asked Queen... Right? Asked Queen Chrysalis before shaking her head as she smiles. What is it?
I have something I'd like to ask you. Will you marry me?
Asked Max while bringing out a golden hoofband, which is the biggest surprise for her yet. Queen Chrysalis smiled and said while pulling him in for a hug and a whole bunch of kisses, Yes, 1,000 times yes, of course I will marry you. As the two were happily about to celebrate it, Princess Twilight managed to get into Lady Zelpha's secret quarters to look for the one who framed her birth dad and tore her family apart when she said, as she found her search seemed to be in vain, nothing, how could there be nothing here?
Yeah, I can help you,
Came this voice as Princess Celestia turned to a nearby mirror to see King Sombra, her birth dad's eyes glowing with dark magic from the first time she saw him as an adult, which was like during the event of the episode The Crystal Empire. Only Princess Twilight no longer feared seeing his eyes like this, and something was growing in her at this moment as she said, while knowing this was about to make her cross a huge line, but her thirst for the truth was growing too great for her to care. How are you here?
I'm not. It's a viewing spell from this mirror. I believe you used it one similar to this once with a music box to talk to your former apprentice,
said King Sombra before turning, eyeing the room.
I can't enter this dimension, but viewing everything, and it is easy. Have you noticed anything out of place since you entered this room?
Just the weird painting of the Crystal Empire, said Princess Twilight, who turned to this painting on the wall of the Crystal Empire that seemed to be in the shape of a doorway. Every part of this painting looked like the real thing except one, a sun symbol in place of the crystal heart right where it should be. Princess Twilight pressed the painting of that sun to find if it was actually a button that turns the painting into a door that opens into a secret room. The secret room was filled with a dark aura, not her dad's, but someone else's, someone not even Chronica's world suspect. There were artifacts of old all over this room. Larvan's crystal wands, Grogar's magic black bell that was the source of his power, even Discord's missing throne, which no one has seen since he first broke out of his stone prison to turn Ponyville into the chaos capital of the world. And then she saw it, a painting of Lady Zelpha shaking hoofs with a mysterious alicorn, who then goes to frame her family for the events that lead to the whole Crystal Empire's disappearance, and every pony thinking King Sombra was a villain. She does know. Yeah, and you are busted, came Lady Zelpha's voice as Princess Twilight turns around to see the Naga pony leader of the Time Fixers slither into the room. Although I should have seen this coming when it was I who revealed who your real father was, call it a way to get you to join us. Less trouble than I had with the other princesses. Who is the other princess who did this to my family? Demanded Princess Twilight, as she could feel her morality slipping at this point, but her wish for answers to all of this was too great. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter if I tell you, because I'm not letting you leave our base ever again after seeing this room, which is forbidden to every creature who works here but me, said Lady Zelpha before slithering over to the painting and put a hoof on the part that was her old self. I didn't need to reveal an old truth. I just needed to find out what she was so desperate to gain or lose. Turns out she heard of a prophecy that one of her subjects would stand against her rule, so put together everything to make her the villain, but then have her frame the father of the one who she would become so close to in centuries to come. The one she would... No, it can't be, said Princess Twilight, before Lady Zelpha wiped off the dust from the painting to reveal the one she was looking for was none other than Princess Celestia. But how? She wouldn't. Oh, she would. It was blackmail at first, as she had a sick baby sister, but then she ended up enjoying it once she found out what King Sombra represents. A rise of a kingdom that can rival our own in harmony, said Princess Zelpha before calling in the guards, who quickly chain up Princess Twilight. Take her to the holes. I had high hopes for this one, but her curiosity got the better of her. She'll never see the light of day again.